Hi everybody, and welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz. That's Jack.
Hello, everyone.
Having an allergy attack behind the camera, so
Dying.
it's kind of puffy and kind of gross looking, so we keep you back there this time. So today we're going to do something that is a staple on a lot of Southern and Texas dinner plates. It was really popular in World War II, apparently, because it's very super cheap and really easy to get into. So we're going to do what is creamed beef tips, whatever. So, also everybody calls it shit on a shingle. So that's the thing. If you want to be classy and tell people to come over and eat shit on a shingle, here's gonna go. Before we get into it, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, hit the little bell, get a notification when we get this stuff done, and let's get into it. So super easy. You're gonna need some hamburger, about a pound of it. It doesn't have to be the 80-20 stuff. Bread, you're gonna need 2 slices per person. Flour, you're gonna need 6 tablespoons of that. Onion, we're only gonna use half of it. Then 5 tablespoons of butter. You just cut this off. If you don't know, you can look on the package, tell you which one's which. Cut it right there. 2 cups of milk, and then you're gonna need salt and pepper at least. Like, you're gonna need some kind of seasoning and stuff. So start with your onion. Just go ahead and chop it down. All right, we're gonna use half of it. Get our big chopper here that's dull.
A brute force thing.
Just bludgeon the onion apart. Slice it down. Just chop it like it owes you money. And we try to get it to where it uses those long strips right there, so it's not too big, not too small, but you can still tell what it is when it's in there with the hamburger. Now once you get that done, just get it off the side. I'm going to show you how to do this hamburger. Now, hamburger is still frozen. We tried to thaw it out. Yeah, it got put up last night. So cut it with something sharper than this. Yeah,
an actual knife,
Scott
probably.
Master's mad because I pointed at myself there, so that happens. So it's still squishy on the outside, see, but it's still hard in the middle. So to help this cook, just go ahead and take this thing and bludgeon it down. And just beat your meat and take it where it's all flattened out. And then cut it into these smaller pieces. That'll help it cook, right?
Hopefully. I mean, it's still frozen, so you want it to contact the metal.
So the smaller pieces, you put it in the better. Now, be sure to clean everything because your hand's going to get all funky. Now, we used our cast iron because we have to whisk later. And we don't want to tear up the Teflon or anything.
I don't want cancer.
So go ahead and put your fire at medium high. Throw your hamburger in here. Just splat it in. Don't worry about grease because it's
hamburger.
Yeah, it's going to be greasy as all hell anyway. And go ahead and throw your onions in there so they can saute down. It gets like squishy. You don't want the crunchy ones. I usually prefer those. But I just, for anything I'm mixing, especially with like a cream or gravy stuff, not so much.
You don't want crunchy goop.
Yeah. So be sure to get in here and spin it around. Be sure to put the meat on the metal here. You can get in there. And, you want it all brown, but you don't want it pink so much as we did here. So you want to stir it a little bit more. And then I'm using a plastic spoon in here.
Reasons?
I'm used to it with the Teflon bottom, but don't leave it in there. It'll melt. You can kind of see the edge got burnt at whoever owned it before because we got that thrift store. So you can see now it's starting to get brown. Now be careful of the handle of the cast iron because that gets hot.
It's hot.
Got spoiled by all the fancy ones with the rubber handles. Now you break it up, get all those big chunks out of it where it's little pieces. While you're in there, you're gonna have to do that. Now you can see all the grease and the water sitting in this thing. Now I got my fake hand on. I'm going to show you this trick. Now it's gonna make your dog love you, right? Take it and just put it right on top of the dog food,
directly over the fire.
Well, that's not mandatory. That's just what the camera is pointing. Put it in there. My dog's coat has never been as shiny or as soft. And then once you got it all strained out of there, just go ahead and put it in a bowl or a big plate or something off to the side. Now, the exact same thing. Don't even have to worry about dirty. Throw that 5 tablespoons of butter in there.
So much butter.
Yeah, I can feel my arteries slamming shut as I'm doing this. Now, this isn't how I do gravy normally. And so my dad is yelling stuff at his phone right now while he's watching this. Just put the flour directly in there with the butter while it's melting. And the way you do that, just put this 2 cups just whole milk is best.
Whole milk is the only milk. Any other milk is fake.
Yeah, it's just oil based.
It's water milk at that point.
So use your fork, whisk as best you can. It's going to be a big thing, so it's going to take forever. Or if you got money like that, go get an actual whisk.
You might have to learn how to use it.
I don't know how to use it, so I just kind of spin it all over the place.
Do several like that. What's that?
I don't know. It's round. It doesn't seem to be one. So now you can see how thick this is getting now. If it gets too thick, like I like mine, not near as thick as that, you can add a little bit more milk.
I don't want it runny, but
another cup in here. Yeah, you don't want it to run off the bread or whatever you put it on. So just another like quarter cup of milk. That's fine. Gets us to the consistency you want. Add salt and pepper. 'Cause holy crap, can this get bland? I mean, basically you're making paper mache paste.
Feel free to add garlic too.
Yeah, garlic.
Add whatever.
Pepper, hot sauce. Be sure to put some on the handle to annoy Jack.
Of course.
And then stir it in there. Now, after you got all that done, just put the hamburger and onion right back in it. All right, while we're stirring that around, we can turn our fire down to super low. We might as well just go ahead and turn it off.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it to overcook, right? So just boop, and then turn
Mix
it.
You're together.
You're coating the meat.
You're making like a goop soup.
Now you can kind of see where it gets its name from. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it?
So now a word on toast, right? So if you don't have toast, you're just going to put it on bread, and that gets gross because it's a wet dish and it gets all squishy and gnarly, right? So you won't have toast. You have a toaster, you're good to go. Just put it in a toaster. Done. But if you don't have one of these around the house, and like, who could blame you? It could be like Decepticons or what? The old man-eating toaster trick. So if you don't have one of those, we're going to show you a couple of different ways on how to make some toast without them. Let's get to it. So you're going to need a cookie sheet. Don't have to butter it or oil it, right? I did it just because it's not mine and I don't want bread stuck to it. Take your bread, put it on it, put it in the oven at 350. You can just throw it in as soon as it's in there and it'll start heating it up. You're doing good. Now this is how we used to do it for Mom when I was a kid, breakfast in bed, right? And then you can do this like you're doing a tortilla. Just turn this all the way down. You gotta have a gas one, right? I think you just plastic or one of the electricals will just burn it.
Yeah.
And then put it on there. Use your hot dog fork, flip it around. You can kind of see where the middle of this is kind of showing up like a cross. Not quite Jesus showing up in my toast, but whatever.
Close enough.
Right. Then you pull this out, lightly browned it, right? I didn't like it too burnt. That's all toast is, it's just burnt bread. Now, if you want to do how to plating, just put your shingle on there and then just ladle this on top of it. Now, again, this does not look good. This is not a first date like, hey, I can make this thing and I want to show off.
No, this is pure survival food, so you don't starve to death.
Yeah, this is what I got in the house. What can I make with it? Nah, shit on a shingle. So it cost us like $5-6 at the most, and it fed us at least 3 times. Now it's bland. Like add salt, pepper, put you some garlic powder on it, some hot sauce, whatever.
Anything.
It was good, but it's just really bland. You got to add stuff to it. It was really good. And there you have it. Like I said, you can kind of see where it gets its name, right? It's not happy. Tastes great if you're into that kind of stuff, especially if you're broke. Like I said, it was perfect back in the war times when everybody was, kind of cinching down everything. So it's perfect. So you can catch us here on Living Between Paychecks Kitchen YouTube. Tuesdays, Fridays, we put out videos every day there. So you can also find us on Instagram at Living Between, or on Facebook at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen there. We also have a Patreon if you want to help us with doing stuff here. Shout out to everybody that really does that. Thank you very much. We very much appreciate it. And we'll see everybody next time.